Kinfolk, it's right in our face. When it comes to all of this drama at Real Housewives of Potomac, it is safe to say that Candiace Dillard Bassett is the issue. What am I talking about? I have some new information that will explain all of that and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. All right, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about, and it centers around Candice Dillard Bassett, in my opinion, being the issue at Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, what am I talking about? But kinfolk, here's my commentary on where everything stands with the ladies of Potomac based off of Candice's recent interview with Angela Yee. Now, just a little brief background. You all know that Candice and Robin have been trying to, or at least Candice has been trying to, repair her relationship with, or her friendship with Robin throughout most of the season. And now that we're like over the halfway point, it seems like the whole season Candice storyline has been trying to rekindle her friendship with Robin. Now, here's some of the tidbits that I've gotten over the past couple of days from different interviews that Candice has been doing on this press tour. And one of the biggest things, takeaways that I have is that, you know, a lot of the times when Candice was trying to repair this friendship with Robin, I said it, you all said it, it's like, Candice, what friendship? Like, what friendship are you talking about? There hasn't even been an on-camera friendship when things weren't cool with Candice and Robin in the past. So what is this make-believe friendship that you are trying to repair or regain? Well, kinfolk, is this. Candice revealed in one of her interviews, I want to say Watch What Happens Live, that for over the last, I guess you can say, 5 seasons, maybe 6 that Candice has been on Real Housewives of Potomac, her and Robin have had this really close, genuine friendship outside of the show and away from the cameras, okay? It was a friendship from the way Candice has described it as something that was very genuine, something that was very organic and very helpful, I guess, for the both of them for where they were in their lives or how they are experiencing life. And so it seems as if it was a friendship that both of the ladies really cherished. And I have to say, a lot of people that I was reading comments on social media didn't believe that. And I have to disagree. I really do believe that Candice and Robin had this great friendship outside the show and away from the cameras, because Candice was giving just too much emotion about trying to fix or repair this friendship that we did not know anything about, right? And so that I can believe. But see, herein lies the problem, and it really touches on the first issue that I have with Candice. And it's simply to put that Candice in this relationship that she had with Robin, it should have been verbalized more to us as the viewers over the past couple of seasons. Not when it was beneficial for Candice, when things were not that great between her and Robin, but it just should have been narrated better by Candice, and in part by Robin too, but also by Candice, about this friendship that they had be off camera. Now, the issue I have with Candice and her lamenting the ending of this friendship is kind of like right in her face, and it's frustrating to me because I know Candice is a smart girl. And it's this. The fact that Robin never made an attempt to bring to us as the viewers that her and Candice had this great friendship outside the cameras, or had this great bond, or have this great bond in front of the cameras or behind the cameras, It goes to show you, because I see it, and it's frustrating that Candice does not see it. You are not Robin's friend. You are just a convenient listening ear. Because if you can't acknowledge me as a friend on the show, or if you can't have my back in different ways that at least the fans could insinuate that you are my genuine friend outside of the show, then we're not friends. And the fact that Candice is a very smart girl. The fact that Candice could not read that type of friendship is frustrating, because I know that's how she perceived that friendship. It's just as a friendship of convenience and not a friendship of substance, right? I can't never think of a time when Robin brought Candice and her friendship with Candice to the cameras or to the group in a way that she vigorously defended Candice when she's been attacked multiple times. If anything, Robin has joined in on those attacks. I can't think of a time when Robin even defended Candice to Gizelle outside of last season, only because it was more so of a thing of Robin was kind of going through the same thing. So she kind of used that same defense that she's using for Candice in front of Gizelle, and to defend Candice in front of Gizelle. But outside of that, I can't think of a time where Robin actually vigorously defended Candice to Gizelle. So with that being said, I know Candice has seen these things, and I know Candice understands this, and that's what is the first frustrating thing that I have with Candice as to why I say she is the issue at Real Housewives of Potomac. The next thing that I find very frustrating, I think is the core of why I feel like Candice is the issue as to why this whole storyline is so stagnant, is this. Candice is, again, very smart. Very smart. It's frustrating that Candice keeps trying to paint this picture in her head that Gizelle, Robin, and Ashley are her friends, and they're not. They are simply not Candice's friends. I don't know if it's this thing Candice feels like she has to be liked or she wants to be liked. I'm not sure if they are gaslighting. What I think it is, I think they are gaslighting Candice outside of the show to make her think they're friends. And then when the cameras go up, they turn on her like to mess with her mind a little bit and get her to react to it. I can see that happening. But it is so frustrating seeing Candice be manipulated like this. And I just know she knows better. And that's why I say Candice is the issue as well, because it's like Candice does not want to know better, and it's frustrating. Candice does not want to do better in her ability to really just cut those toxic friendships off, with Gizelle, Robin, and Ashley. And that's frustrating because I know she sees it. And that's why I'm like, Candice is the issue. And it brings me to the last thing that is was going to actually have a lot of fans turn on Candice and almost start defending Robin, and is this. In multiple interviews, Candice has had this thing like, well, you're my friend, right? And you defended my marriage to me and my husband, but it seems as if you were in cahoots with Gizelle to paint Chris out to be this bad person. So that's why I went on social media and said what I said. And that's why I went on social media and I said what I said about you, because your husband were doing the things that you were accusing my husband of, but you hid your husband's things and projected your husband's things onto my husband. And that's why I went on Twitter and went to interviews and said the things that I said, right? That is Candice's whole stance. And it's frustrating because, and this is what she's frustrating a lot of fans, is that Robin is telling you she don't see you as a friend. Really, she never saw you as one, but she doesn't see you as a friend because you went on social media and you said all these bad things about her. And then you hit her back with Candice, and Candice, you hit her back with, well, we all have done those things to one another. But at the same time, what you're not realizing, Candice, yes, Robin has done it to Karen, and Karen has forgiven Robin. Robin, and vice versa. Candice done to Giselle, vice versa. Ashley's done to Robin, vice versa. And they're all forgiving each other. And you know why they do that, Candice? And you know why it works for them? Because they are all genuine friends. They have a mutual respect for one another. They don't respect you or see you in that same light. And that's why I feel like it's frustrating, because Candice is always crying and crying and crying in this situation. And she's saying that's how she expresses herself. But that's fine. But as I've been reading through the comments, fans are getting frustrated by that, because it's like, Candice, you're not taking accountability in this moment for what you said. And they're actually right. Every time Robin tries to get you to hold you accountable, you always deflect or you start crying. And that's making Robin seem like the more logical person when in actuality she's not. And it's so frustrating because of this. Again, for the third time, Candice is an extremely intelligent young lady. It's like, why don't you just lean into the fact of what you did, right? Because here's the thing. Candice is trying to, and she's very good at it. She's trying to paint this picture of, I'm right, Giselle and Robin are wrong. You know what I mean? In a one-on-one conversation like she did with Angela Yee, I mean, that argument came across clear as day. But that argument always falls flat when she's in front of Giselle and Robin. Why is that? Because Candice is trying to paint herself out to be the victim. And the way she's going about doing it is trying to make Robin the villain. It's just not working with fans, and it's not coming across as believable on camera. And the reason why is because as fans, Candice, we already know you're the victim. We have been saying you are the victim, and you were the victim for almost 2 years now. Honestly, Candice, we know you are the perpetual victim ever since Monique attacked you, and back in season 5. And you and a lot of the fans' eyes have been an honest and genuine victim. We said time and time again, even at the reunions, like, everyone at this point is Team Candice, and really has been Team Candice for quite some time now. And the issue is that Candice is not sitting in that, right? She's trying to continue to paint herself as the victim. And we as the fans, like, we know you're the victim, so stop crying. Sit into the real reason why you went off on Giselle and went off on Robin on camera, so we can back you up and so we can make you victorious in this situation. Don't get on camera and start crying and making it seem as if, well, you attacked me and we all do it to each other. That's why I did it to you. And when you say things like that, it almost comes off as if you are taking accountability for doing something that you weren't supposed to do. When in actuality, it's this. You had every single right to go off on Giselle and Robin and Ashley the way you did on camera, behind the scenes, on social media, in interviews. You had the right to do it, but it's so frustrating that Candice won't lean into that. It is so frustrating that she's trying to make herself out to be the villain. And so when Robin hits her with, well, if we're friends, Candice, do you think you're right for going on camera and saying, or going on interviews and saying the things you said about me and Juan? And Candice replies either, well, we do that to each other. And Robin is like, well, friends don't do that to each other. And then Candice, starts to cry, get overly emotional, or skirts around the issue. And I think into her defense, she did touch on it in the sit down with Robin. But it was in a way to where she, in my opinion, when she did it, it came out, the way she explained why she did it, came off as clear as day. But the fact that she didn't sit in it, it almost seems as if she was explaining why she did something as if she was in the wrong. And her explanation should be, I was not in the wrong for my feelings, and I feel like I was right in what I said. Now, Robin, how you took that, let's dissect how you took that, all right? Because at the end of the day, this is what I believe to be factual. And at the end of the day, that is factual information. Now, Robin, if you feel like that factual information is wrong, then in the words of Cat Williams, you stop talking bad about me and I'll stop telling the truth about you, all right? And that just should have been it. And Candice, an inability to not lean into that because she's trying to save this friendship that's non-existent, is the reason why I feel like she is ultimately the issue with Potomac in this like stagnant place they're in right now. this whole thing with Robyn should have been wrapped up like episode 4. And maybe this, I don't know, and maybe this sit down happened right after the Austin trip and they just kind of held it over. But in my opinion, this should have been wrapped up episode 4. And at this point, Robyn and Candice should have come to consensus. Are we going to be friends or are we not going to be friends? And then that's it. But it's frustrating to me because Candice keeps trying to beg and plead and try to save a friendship that is non-existent. And at some point, fans are going to turn on Candice and they're going to start seeing Robyn's point in all of this. Fans would rather much Candice say, Robyn and I are not friends. We are cool. Will we ever get back to that place? Maybe. But this whole going back and forth and crying over something that Robyn did to you and allowing Robyn to gaslight you into thinking you're the issue, it's just frustrating me. It's frustrating fans. And ultimately it's going to see Candice lose a lot of support and a lot of goodwill that she's built up with the fans since season 5 of being attacked by Monique. But kinfolk, I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that Candice's inability to really just sit in the fact that she was right for what she said and what she did to Robyn and Gizelle and Ashley, do you think her inability to just sit in that is the issue? Or do you think that at the end of the day, the issue is still Robyn, Gizelle, and Ashley, and Candice really has not done anything wrong? She's just trying to express herself the best way she can. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, kinfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.